We get king 5 suited on the button. We open, get the blinds, I guess. That wasn't very interesting. Pocket 6s. We get 3-bet by Little Miser. Yeah, I mean, I think this is, if I am going to make a 4-bet bluff, I think this is a good hand to do it with, but I think without history, folding here is fine. I mean, pocket 6 is actually really good from the hijack. I mean, if this guy is aggressive, I think, you know, getting it in can be very reasonable. Yeah, like pocket 6s is pretty much a monster if you're aggressive and he's aggressive. But I think without too much history here, I would definitely fold. That would be my standard play. But I would definitely get it in against a lot of people here when I guess he has 60s. I guess he is pretty deep. He still has like 27 bets, but still, I think he can be 3-betting light. I guess his 3-bet is fairly big, which makes me think he's not going to fold, which means I probably don't want to make a 4-bet bluff here. So, yeah, I agree with that. I like how we folded. 3-4 suited on the button. Open it up. Get the blinds. Good result. Pocket queens from the small blind. Open it up. I don't know why we make it so big here. In general, like I said, I like making it big from the small blind, but I like changing my raise size based on my hand. And I talked about this before, so I won't mention it again. Yeah, it's exploitable, but I prefer making it like 5,400 or something to encourage a call. But he calls anyway. Flop 10-6-3, 2 spades. We have the queen of spades. I think betting and checking here, I'm pretty torn between them. I think betting is sort of good in the sense that the 10 and the 6 means he's not folding any 2 cards, any hand that includes 2 cards between 6 and 10. So, you know, 7-8, 7-9, they're all gonna call your bet. So I think I would actually prefer checking though. I think by betting you get too many of his like Jack 9, Jack 8, Queen Jack type hands to fold, and I think this does look like a flop that you could check fold to him on. So I think by checking you often induce a bet, and then you could like do some weird check raise, and I think it could induce him to do something crazy. Yeah, betting will get folded a lot though, so betting's obviously fine. We do bet. He folds though, unfortunately. Oops. Next hand, king deuce suited on the button. Get the blinds. So it seems like the Sable's respecting us quite a lot. Like it's 5-handed, and we've been just stealing and not really getting 3-bet that much, which is pretty rare in today's aggressive game. I guess we've had the fortunacy of always having showed up with a good hand almost every time, so that's good. 10-9 offsuit. Yeah, I would call. I think it's close. I mean, I guess our hand's pretty good in a multi-way pot. Yeah, so I would call. The antes are small because it's only 5-handed, so it is kind of close, and some people are kind of shallow, so we could get in some bad situations when we hit top pair. But I think as long as we call and don't get it in too light post-flop, I think that's the correct play. Flop a gut shot on a board where no one rarely has much. Yeah, we also have a backdoor flush draw. I think taking a stab for it here is okay. I think people will believe us a lot, especially considering people have, so far, people have shown that they usually believe us. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess people will have lots of jacks in their range, in which case they're probably not folding. So, yeah, I would probably actually check with hindsight. I do think in general there's good spots like this to take a stab at. I think if the board was Jack 7, I would probably take a stab. I think you just win the pot very often in these spots, and a lot of people miss out by just check folding. But yeah, and I guess Devil pots it, so we fold. Yeah, I agree with the check and the fold. King 8 suited on the button. Lots of suited kings on the button. Yeah, so we've been getting the blinds very easily from the button. Always good. King Queen suited. Open it up. Get 3-bet again by Little Miser. He's a bit shallower now because the blinds have gone up, and we get it in. Yeah, and I agree with that. Definitely agree with that. I think you shouldn't get scared by his small 3-bet. I mean, he's less than 20 bets deep to start the hand. So King Queen suited, definitely getting it in. You know, he could have shoved and it would have been the same thing. I don't know why he decided to make it small. I guess he was trying to induce with jacks, which I guess is fine on his part, but when it's less than 20 big bets, I'm not folding King Queen suited there. I'm probably not even folding King Jack suited. I'll probably fold King Jack offsuit, and we win the flip. So running pretty good, and I think John Mon is also playing very well, so that's good.